grow. Grows, you gotta let it grow. Grows, you gotta let it grow. Just grow, grow, grow. And if it breathes, you gotta let it breathe. Breathe, you gotta let it breathe. Breathe, you gotta let it breathe. Just breathe with me. Hello, morning. Thank you, day. We love the sun and we need the rain. Hello, music. Come out to play and along the way. If it sings, you gotta let it sing. Sings, you gotta let it sing. Sings, you gotta let it sing. Just sing, sing, sing. And if it's sweet, you gotta let it be. Sweet, you gotta let it be. Sweet, like a little honeybee. Just let it be.
Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Hello, morning.
Thank you, day.
Thank you, Day.
We love the sun.
We love the sunshine. We don't need rain right now. Not now.
Hello, music.
Hello, music.
Come out to play
Hello.
along the way. If it waits, you gotta let it wait. Wait, you gotta let it wait. 'Cause nature doesn't have to race, so let it
Nature
wait.
doesn't have to race.
Be sweet, sweet, sweet. And sing, sing, sing. And breathe, breathe, breathe. And grow, grow, grow.
Do you hear the birds at the end? That is a delightful new song from Emily Arrow, and I use her music a lot with the Storytime. And she's come out with this new album called Nature Sings, and I love her voice, and I love what she says. So thank you, Emily Arrow, for starting this off with Let It Grow. Well, do you see it? Do you see it through the window? The sun and the clouds, they're doing a dance this morning. They are doing a dance. And it is so green. We have had too much at once. Too much at once rain. So it's lush green. And the sun is really bright. And behind that cloud, I think the cloud may take over, but it is a beautiful spring day. And we are working our way through the rainbow. And actually, I didn't see it, but I had some friends see a rainbow on Monday morning. And it was early in the morning. And they said it was just beautiful over the city. So the first color of the rainbow at the very, very top is red. And we did red last week. And this week, the second color, we're doing orange. And you can see I'm wearing orange. I don't normally wear orange. Orange is not really something in my wardrobe. But this is actually a really good reminder for me that orange is a super important color. And this book is called Orange All Around Us. Here we go. That was a lot of talking, wasn't it? And this is a wonderful beginner nonfiction book. And I love nonfiction. And I love when things are organized. And this is the table of contents. And so this is going to tell us what's inside the book. And it says we're going to talk about orange foods first. And it's going to start on page 4. Orange is bright. And orange is round. Orange grows under the ground. And it says carrots are vegetables that grow under the ground. We eat the root of the carrot plant. So this bit is what you see growing out, and underneath is the carrot. Orange plums up in the patch. And then the little box says, orange pumpkins grow on vines that twist along the ground, and you can scoop out pumpkin seeds and carve faces in pumpkins. Let me enjoy that. Look at this one. Orange makes a winning catch. And it is now baseball and softball season. Oh, I hope it dries out so they can get some games in. But that's true. Orange is often the color of the glove. And it says softball and baseball players catch balls in orange leather gloves. And a good glove keeps players from hurting their hands. See, orange is a good color. It is a good color. And orange floats down from trees. Some leaves turn orange in the fall, and the leaves dry up before falling off the tree. Ooh. Orange can melt. Look at that. And orange can freeze. Frozen orange treats taste good in warm weather. And I'm going to add, they taste good in cold weather as well. They melt in your mouth and cool you down. And this happens to be my mom's favorite. A creamsicle. Oh, look at this. Look, look, look. Look at that amazing monarch butterfly. Orange flutters above the grass. Monarch butterflies are insects with 4 orange wings, and these butterflies flap their wings slowly, and they flutter through the air. So I just read out that they have 4 wings. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4? So they're actually 4 wings. Looks like 2 because they are on top of each other. Look at this. So true. The traffic cones. Orange shows cars that they can pass, or maybe it's showing cars that they need to slow down. Bright orange is an easy color to see, and orange cones help drivers pass by work areas safely. And I was thinking of Pittsburgh with our parking spots. Oh, look at this one. Can you tell what this is? And we just finished March Madness, didn't we? Orange can spin and orange can bounce. And it says the first basketball looked like a soccer ball. Today, most basketballs are orange. So true. What an exciting basketball season it was. Orange can prowl, and orange can pounce. You see what that is? Tigers have orange and black stripes. Each tiger has its own pattern of stripes. And you know, I guess I never really thought about it. That would be interesting to see more pictures of tigers and look at their stripes. Orange gives us crunchy snacks. Crunchy orange snacks taste like cheddar cheese. And cheddar cheese is made orange and is made from cow's milk. Which is true. We put color in our cheese, dye in our cheese to make it colored. So cheddar cheese doesn't have to be orange. It can be white. But we often think of it as being orange. Orange paddles and orange quacks. Quack, 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 quack. Orange, orange, orange. And that's the end, but it's really not because, again, this is a wonderful nonfiction book. So in the back, it tells us how the color orange is made. So if you see the colors here, and maybe, I bet you've done this, whether you've realized it or not, but you've probably tried. You can make orange Orange is a secondary color, so you can make orange with yellow and red, and you mix it together, and then you get your orange. And so you can do that if you're eating ketchup and mustard, right? And you can mix the ketchup and the mustard together, and you can get orange. So that is an easy way to play with colors. This one, they put it in a Ziploc. But you could actually just do it on your plate. Get a little bit of red, get a little bit of yellow, and you can make orange. And again, this is a great book because in the back they have words to know. They have a glossary. They have a section where you can read more. And they've got some suggestions for websites. So this is a powerful little book with pictures, with photographs, table of contents. There's I love an index, words to know, a glossary, and suggestions for how you can make your own orange. So that is a great book. All right, let's see if we have a song. Let's see. Our speaker probably went off because that happens. It probably did. Did it? I don't know. We're going to turn it back on just in case. And we are going to sing.
Your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, 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 I love you so. My love for you is as big as a tree, larger than a whale living in the sea, larger than the moon up in the sky, it's true.
We thought about the moon this week too.
I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, 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 I love you so. My love for you is strong as glue, stronger than an ox and a donkey too. The strength of a diamond doesn't compare, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, 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 I love you so. My love for you goes as high as a kite, higher than an airplane taking flight. My heart swells up when I think of you, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so.
That's just a good song. Just a good song. All right, I'm just going to sneak this in. So when I get ready for story times, you know I always have to have a theme. And we're doing the rainbow and we're doing colors. And for some reason, and I do not know why, I haven't figured it out yet, but when I use the catalog, as you sometimes do, and you put a word, type in a subject or a person or a place or a thing, and you're looking for books about that subject or that theme, I don't know why. This book appeared in my search. I mean, there is a bit of orange on the cover, isn't there? We see some orange, right? But it's a book of poems. And so I'm flipping through. I'm trying to find the poem that may be about the color orange. I haven't found it yet, but I found a really good poem. So, I'm going to read it out. And it's called How to Build a Poem. Let's build a poem made of rhyme, with words like ladders we can climb, with words that like to take their time. Words that hammer, words that nail, words that saw, words that sail, words that whisper, words that wail, words that open, window, door, words that sing and words that soar, words that leave us wanting more. How to build a poem. Words that hammer, words that sail, words that saw, words that sail, words that whisper, words that wail. I think it's beautiful. So anyway, I don't know why that when I was searching for orange, that we get a poem book, The Proper Way to Meet a Hedgehog, and other how-to poems. I think it's great. All right, so we've had a nonfiction book. We've talked about an index and the table of contents. Had some poetry. This is a good story time, and it's all about orange. So, the next book I want to read is a great story. Some books are good for information, and some books are meant to be simply really good stories. And so this is called A Friend for Eddie. And the cover tells us a lot. So I know there's a bit of a glare. It's a really shiny, it's covered in plastic, but I want to see if you can tell what this book is about just by looking at the cover. A Friend for Eddie. So this book is a good story. Eddie lived all alone in his glass bowl. Sure, he had his plants and rocks to keep him company, but what Eddie really wanted was a friend. Someone who could swim and blow bubbles. Someone like him. Eddie peered out, wondering if such a friend would pass. One day, Eddie was playing his favorite game, Chase Your Tail, when he heard a tap, tap. It was a little yellow fish. Hi, said Eddie. Do you want to play with me? And the little yellow fish nodded yes. And they played a game of tag. And finally, Eddie didn't have to chase his own tail anymore. And the next day, Eddie heard a tap, tap, to tap, tap. And it was the little yellow fish again. And this time, he brought along a friend. Hi, said Eddie. Do you want to play with me? And the three of them played hide and seek, and they had a staring contest, and they danced together, and they giggled so hard that the bowl filled up with bubbles. And every day, Eddie looked forward to the tap, tap, to tap, tap. And every day he felt sad to say goodbye. Eddie wanted to be outside with his friends more than anything. So one day, Eddie set out to do the unthinkable. He started to swim in circles, slowly at first, and then faster and faster and faster until he launched himself out of the bowl. Eddie cried, and he felt weightless and free. Thud. Eddie belly flopped hard on the table. he couldn't swim. He couldn't blow bubbles. Help! He gasped. Just then, the two little yellow fish appeared. But something looked different about them. Those aren't my friends, Eddie said. That's a cat. Should we keep reading? Eddie flapped his tail. He flapped harder and harder and harder, and Eddie tried to get away, but he couldn't. And just as he was about to give up, plop. It's a good story. The cool water ran through Eddie's mouth and gills. He could finally breathe and move again. It was a relief to be back home. Tap, 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 tap. Eddie didn't see two yellow fish this time. He saw a cat. A cat who had just saved him. I love this. But most of all, Eddie saw a friend. I know you're not a fish, Eddie said, and you can't swim or blow bubbles. But do you still want to play with me? Meow, said the cat. And with that, Eddie and his new friend started a game of hide and seek. And that is the end of the book called A Friend for Eddie. So let's see if we can open it up. There's the whole cover. Isn't that a clever book? A clever story with great illustrations? And there's so much that we could talk about with this book. So much. I want you to think about it. Such a great story. A friend for Eddie. So clever. So clever. Okay, how we doing? We are doing well for time. And the sun, again, is trying to break through the clouds a little bit. Okay, you know what? I always like this song. This one we can move around a little bit. And the world goes round and round. And it says, get up, get up, get up. It's my orange.
Up on your feet, jump to your right. Wiggling and giggling, hold yourself tight. Stomp on the ground with all your might. And the world goes round and round and round. And the world goes round and round. Up on your feet, jump to your right. Wiggling and giggling, hold yourself tight. Stomp on the ground with all your might. And the world goes round and round and round. And the world goes round and round. Up on your feet, jump to your right. Wiggling and giggling, hold yourself tight. Stomp on the ground with all your might. And the world goes round and round and round. And the world goes round and round. So if you're looking, open up your eyes and see. Stop your looking, 'cause you got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. A new friend ready.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Up on your feet, jump to your right. Wiggle and giggle and hold yourself tight. Stomp on the ground with
was looking for that sudden stop. It just suddenly stops. And that is okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, I've got... Oh, gosh. I've got a couple of choices here. I do. You know what? Well, I don't know. Okay, two things. This is a silly one, and I love it. It is called The Tiger Who Came for Dinner. And again, tigers are orange. And it's a really good story, and it's a fun book. And this one, it's called Look to the Skies. And do you see the cutouts? Do you see it sparkly? And it's all about the monarch butterfly. And it's a wonderful book, and it has a great phrase. The phrase is a sky parade. I think that would have been a great name for this book, a sky parade. And it talks all about the monarch butterflies. Okay, what should we do? Should we do the monarch butterflies, or should we do the tiger who came for dinner? You know what? I think I'm going to do the monarch butterflies. Maybe we can come back and do the tiger who came for dinner another time. Yeah, let's do this one. So here's our cutout, our monarch butterflies. This is kind of both a story and informative. Look to the skies. The yearly migration of the majestic monarch butterfly across North America and back again is a truly breathtaking, unique phenomenon. This beautiful flight of bright beating wings unites young and old, rich and poor, city dwellers and country folk as people pause their daily hustle and bustle and look up to see a sky parade like no other on earth. And boy, it was fun on Monday, wasn't it, when we all paused and thought about nature with the eclipse. So it's not just the eclipse that we can stop and admire with nature. Yeah, I love the illustrations. I think that's really why I want to do this book. We stop what we're doing and gaze at the skies. We stand open-mouthed with the widest of eyes. For 3,000 miles they will follow the sun. The magical sky parade now has begun. In the shade of the forest, one warm summer day, we sing and we splash and we laugh and we play. Then past the tall peaks on the pine-scented breeze, they come, so majestic, wings beat through the trees. As green trees blush golden, the air starts to cool. We've dressed in new clothes, all ready for school. A bright orange flash makes us freeze in the street. The monarchs are here. What a glorious treat! Our city is bustling, busy, and bright, with so much to see, whether morning or night. But when they appear, we just stop and stare. They flitter and flutter like jewels in the air. So it's going through the seasons. The harvest is done now, with all it can yield. With the sweet smell of corn drifts over the field. And then in a hush of the dusk comes their wings. Oh, nature is full of such wonderful things. With With days growing darker and winter ahead, we pick piles of leaves, crispy brown, gold, and red. Bright pumpkins are carved. Soon they come alive, and it's time for the orange parade to arrive. We love to play out in the glistening white snow, but once the cold threatens, the monarchs must go. They need the relief that the warmer south brings. They all yearn to feel the sun's rays on their wings. On wide rolling plains, we take in the view, gazing up at the heavenly purple, pink, and blue. When we look up high, we see bright wings unfurled, and that's when we feel everything's right in the world. So they're heading down south. Do you see how the landscape changes? How the vegetation changes, and we've got cactus and desert flowers. Our city is colorful, friendly, and loud. It's beautiful, whether in sunshine or cloud. But we're still in awe of the Monarch Sky Show. They've come a long way, not much farther to go. In ancient fir forest are towering trees. No branches or boughs are as welcome as these. The butterflies hustle and jostle for space. A butterfly blanket as each takes its place. "3,000 miles is a valiant quest. Now beneath the blue skies our travelers rest." They taught us all to look up to the skies. There's magic around us. Just open your eyes. And that was a mouthful, wasn't it? I think I needed to read it one more time because I do practice before I got all those amazing, it was rich in vocabulary words right. But in the back, it has an explanation again about the monarch butterfly's journey. And it has a map of the U.S. and how they go down to Mexico and then they fly back. So I think it's an amazing story of the monarch butterfly. Incredible. And one of the things to note, and I didn't know this, and it says it can take as many as 5 generations of monarchs breeding en route to complete the journey from north to south and back again. So it's an incredible story. But I love it. I love the words. Again, I'm sorry I stumbled on a couple of those. I love the pictures. And I love the fact that people pause and they look up to the skies. Maybe on Monday you looked up at the sky with the eclipse, but they're all things to look up in the sky and look on the ground with nature. So, beautiful story. Look to the skies. And I love how it said it was a sky parade. All right, so we've done the color orange. There are so many other fun books. Maybe what we should do is after we've worked our way through the rainbow, maybe we should just have a story time about tigers, because they're an animal that get a lot of attention in picture books. So maybe that's what we'll do, is we'll come back. Hold me to that. We'll do tigers. It is time to go. We'll be back. We'll be back next week for more colors of the rainbow. I'm not going to tell you which one so that you can look at your rainbow and you can see. And I don't know when I'll wear this orange shirt ever again, but it was fun to get it out for today. And we're we're going to end with Butterfly. It's a nice song.
Today is a good day to fly, my butterfly. Today is a good day to fly, my butterfly. Show me your colors, show me your wings. I know that you can do so many things.
Okay.
When you fly, when you try,
Sparkle the
you're beautiful,
Beautiful.
just the way you are.
I'll see you next time.